What's going on, guys? Hackman is back today with another Destiny video, and in this video I'm going over everything new that I noticed that was added into the game with the Dawning update. So I just went ahead and launched over to the tower, and this is just kind of my day one impressions of everything I noticed that changed when the Dawning was added to the game. So first things first, Eververse. This is kind of a big thing just because, people kept saying hopefully this isn't like Festival of the Cost, where you had to basically buy everything that was cool. So already we can see that there are treasures of the Dawning, which this reminds me a heck of a lot of the Festival of the Lost already. And we have some pretty sick sparrows. The armor, I don't understand. I'm like, why? It's armor, and if you want it, then that's great for you. But really, I think that mostly the sparrows are looking really cool. They have a lot of really sick sparrows this time. The King's Touch, all gold, it looks sweet. And then there's the Firefly, they have some really good sparrows this time around. And I was already like, okay, I hope that we can get these, just without having to buy stuff, hopefully we don't have to buy all the sweet looking sparrows. And then as you can see, they also have consumables, like they did in the Festival of Lost, and that'll give you a Angram face or a snowman dreg helmet thing. You can also get chroma, because chroma is a new thing with the Dawning again, and then it was just kind of now we have more of a use for chroma. Also, there are all the new exotic weapon ornaments, and there's quite a few. So you can't get these from the Radiant treasures right now, sadly. You can only get them from these treasures of the Dawning as of right now. And then there are the new, the Dawning armor, the Snow Angel or whatever. And then there's new horns. I heard a lot of them are pretty sweet. So, these treasures of the Dawning, you can get some of these. You can get a decent amount of these treasures actually just by playing without spending anything. So that's good. That's already better than the Festival of the Lost, but anyway, there are some pretty decent items in these treasures of the Dawning, and I would recommend, if you are gonna put money into the game, then you can get some pretty sick sparrows out of this. Then there's the new shader, there's another sparrow, and they also have quite a few new emotes, and I actually like a lot of these new. There's kind of a running man right there. I'm really a fan of the pew pew emote, and there's also kind of a dabbing emote, which I thought was kind of funny that they added that. And so we got quite a few new emotes, and like I said, they're pretty sick, so check those out. If you got some silver, you might want to consider buying one of those. So the Dawning has more microtransactions than I would have hoped it would, but either way, it's still pretty good, and we're going to talk about why. So of course, like we knew there's new quests. And there are at least 3 new quest lines with this. You can talk to Zavala and get some new quests involving the new strikes. You can get, there are exotic quests for the Abaddon and the Nova Mortes new exotic machine guns. Then we have, of course, the Sparrow Racing League quests like we had last year, and then you can go to Eva Levante, the Guardian Outfitter, and she has some quests for you involving giving gifts to others, and you can get quite a bit from her as well. So of course the tower is pretty decked out with the Dawning, and if you go over to the hangar, then you're going to see a lot of Sparrow Racing League stuff, and it looks pretty dang sweet actually. If you go and visit the shipwright, you're going to see that she has a lot of new things for you. She has chroma again. She's got, new armor, the helmet. She's also got bounties for Sparrow Racing League. She'll give you a quest for Sparrow Racing League. And of course she has a treasure of the Dawning if you reach rank 5. So that's pretty cool. That's kind of motivation to go reach rank 5. And that way you could get stuff that you would have to do through microtransactions otherwise. So a very big thing that was added to the game with the Dawning is a new kiosk called the Silver Dust Store, and I honestly think this is pretty cool. It basically has everything that you could buy before with Silver Dust all in the same kiosk. And they've added new things like sparrows from last year's Sparrow Racing League. So this is where you'll get your ornaments. Now, you don't have to wait for Xur to sell it anymore. You can just come right here and get it. These don't have the newest ornaments that came with the Dawning yet. I'm assuming they will come after the Dawning, but until then, you're just going to have to get lucky with those through, the Treasures of the Dawning. But if you've always been waiting for Xur to, sell something like an ornament that you really want, this should be pretty big news for you, just because now you can just go pick an ornament that you like and buy it right then and there. Now when you go visit Eva Levante, she will give you a quest called In the Presence of Friends, and this is just kind of cool. You get to go discover the presence in the upper plaza of the tower, and I'll let you guys have fun with that. Now we've been given a new record book for the Dawning, and this is pretty interesting. You can get some pretty cool rewards from this, so let's get right into it. As you can see, you can get some sparrows. There's new ornaments called, sparrow racing ornaments, which are pretty cool. You can get an emote, you can get new shaders, and then you'll run into some strange things like Xur's tag, Amanda's tag, and Saladin's tag. And basically, you use these things to open up the 3 larger presents in the tower. And actually 2 of these presents will give you the quests for the new Thunderlord variants. So you're going to be wanting to work on this record book, as much as you can. You're going to want to finish this probably sooner rather than later, so you can get some of these new exotic weapons. There are some pretty sweet rewards that you can get from this record book. So you're going to want to work on this occasionally throughout the Dawn. And there are plenty of other changes, a lot of changes that were added to the game, regarding the new strike scoring system, Nightfalls. There's plenty of things regarding the Crucible, and lots of changes, especially regarding like the new skeleton keys. But we can go over that in another video. Also, once I get the new Thunderlord variants and once I get the Icebreaker, I'll have videos coming to you guys so that you can see how to do that in the most efficient way possible. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it or found it interesting at all. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Destiny uploads. This is Hackman, and I will see you guys in the next video.